all thrilled to hear about this multilingual document of the future. So I will briefly present Celine and Ahid. So Celine is currently the chief of the language support unit in the multilingual technology section here at UNOG. She has a background in computer engineering and did her postgraduate studies in natural language processing, information retrieval. She started her UN career in 2005 at ESQUA in the substantive ICT division. Since then, she's been working as a business analyst on various global enterprise applications such as INEED, EFMS2, Enterprise Identity Management Systems, and GDOC, acronyms which will only tell something for those who work maybe in the UN Secretariat, in different duty stations, including peacekeeping missions, before joining the languages service here at UNOG. Ahid Manja is an information technology officer. He's currently working at the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. He's a developer who's been working at UNOG since 2014. During his time at the organization, he's contributed to the development of numerous web applications across different sections. In 2016, Ahid shifted his focus to the language support unit, where he specialized in creating websites and applications for language service staff and clients. Currently, Ahid is working on the OHCHR, digitalization project, demonstrating his commitment to staying at the forefront of technological advancements in the industry. Without further ado, I give the floor to Celine and Ahid. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne, for introducing. So good afternoon, everyone. We would like to today present to you our project, the UN Document Generation System, New Ways to Simplify the Drafting Process. I'm here with my colleague, Ahid, who is our initial developer of the system. I'll be giving you an overview of how the project came about. We would like to share our experience working with the UN documents, how our system can help our drafters, and how automatic formatting has reduced the turnaround time to finalize documents. We will share with you also our roadmap for further development of our system. We'll be happy to take your questions at the end of the presentation. So as you already know, probably know, UN produces a lot of documents before, during, and after meetings. United Nations documentation consists of large part of reports submitted by the Substantive Secretariat in response to formal requests, mandate, and specific item on its agenda. There's also official records, parliamentary documents contains resolution and decisions, UN publication in different formats. Since 2017 now, we have over 27.8 thousand documents that are submitted for processing in Geneva. We have over 50 different committees, clients drafting and submitting documents using over 600 templates in 3 to 6 languages. Our documents go through many iterations to become the final versions, starting with the initial input statements from member states, which is prepared by Substantive Secretariat, and some are edited, translated, prepared as different drafts to be discussed in meetings before becoming final versions. Over the years, our UN documents follow a particular structure, format, and style based on UN formatting and editorial guidelines. In Geneva, documents are submitted by Substantive Secretariat following these guidelines in print-ready format. So we also have been training our drafters in formatting these documents. The editorial and formatting guidelines are available online for drafters. And however, over the last years, we've recognized many challenges for these users producing UN documents. Firstly, there are many, many templates. So which one to use unless authors are familiar with the UN documentation and formats often? And knowing which template to use and which is the latest version is very challenging. Secondly, the Substantive Secretariat point of view, they receive statements which are often received in non-standard Word format, and it's challenging to copy and paste content into standard Word template. And thirdly, without any system from year to year, although it may seem easy for drafters, they often use past documents to create the new ones, for example, when they draft periodic reports. But however, the Word documents, Word changes often, and it creates compatibility issues between versions. For example, the docx format now in OpenXML since 2007. So opening a Word document file in versions other than the one that was created in creates incorrect display of documents. Reformatting is a must when drafters use old versions of documents, and this is really time-consuming, and authors can face many formatting issues. Other challenges include updating information when you use old documents. So in terms of formatting, it does require substantial training for users to understand how to format the UN document. They also need to have good experience with using MS Word, provided that they also know how to use macros, which we have provided them in formatting. And they also have to be installed in their own computers. Unfortunately, many of our clients have high turnover of staff and therefore requires ongoing and time-consuming training that must be provided to them. And finally, the Secretariat submits their document. It needs to be translated in 3 to 6 languages, and these documents must be able to be aligned in 6 languages and extractable to translation memory. Ideally, the document should be machine readable. So here are some of our examples of our macro that is used to generate templates and format the document. Without any system, we have over 80 macros just to generate the document template. We've added Word web parts to insert metadata on the cover page. We then have over 30 macros just for formatting. So now with our document generation system, we can significantly reduce the need of these macros. So here's an overview of our document generation system. With these challenges in mind, in 2016, our team have developed a system to support our drafters. It is a web-based template manager that enables users to have direct online access to templates for creating UN parliamentary documents. It has a simple workflow that allows users to enter basic document information through an interface for creating these documents. It has, the document is created according to UN formatting and editorial guidelines using our UN styles. We have now also included an automatic formatting module to format the document in lieu of using macros. So we have now 5 main substantive clients using our template manager to create our documents. This is helping our docs control to receive better formatted documents for processing. We also support Prezi writers who use our system to create the summary records for their meetings, and we ensure the right documents are created according to their different configurations for each type of meeting. And we're also supporting editors for ensuring our templates are standardized accordingly. Finally, we train our system based on experience from our desktop publishing teams in supporting of our document system, UN document. So some of our success stories for now, since our launch, we have over 230 users using DGS to create the documents with over 500 templates in the original language. And we also have 80 templates in the SIM system for summary records. In 2021, we launched the pilot for automatic formatting for NGO statements for the civil society team for our Human Rights Council. We trained the system to recognize the structure of the document styles and formats, and that over 95% of text-only documents were able to be fully formatted with just using one click. This successful pilot has now created a foundation for our system to automatically format UN parliamentary documents. And we also envisage now, because of this learning, we are able to continue to train our system for more complex word elements such as tables, graphs, figures in all 6 languages. So what is the benefit of DGS templates? So pretty much we improve the quality of documents. We always then know what is the latest version of the template. And as it is a central system, we are able to centrally manage the templates. And we have a correct information on the cover page without manual entry and correcting in the documents. Our templates are according to UN formatting styles and editorial guidelines. And we also ensure that, that these templates are accessible anywhere by the clients. and according to accessibility guidelines. We're now trying to create the documents to be machine readable, and this is also editable by non-technical staff, so you do not need to have macros experience. And in terms of streamlining optimization, we want to ensure that it is the same template that is created from the drafter, the authors, up down to the desktop publishing. And documents can then now be harmonized in 6 official languages, and we would ensure that it is compatible with our translation software. In our UN, we use Iluna. And with the added value of the benefits for the automatic formatting module, we have proven that we have faster turnaround time in staff in drafting, formatting, training, and they also reduce the macros installation. So with this, we have automatic formatting also helps to clean up the documents of non-UN styles and correct formatting errors. And we also now looking at the module that enables users to reuse the old documents to convert to new ones. And this will support periodic reports and drafters drafting draft to final documents. So how does DGS work? So we initially recognized all the UN document features in our documents based on editorial guidelines. We followed the editorial formatting, and we also embed UN styles in our documents. In our system, we use fields in Word to enable drafter to insert the document information at the right place directly into the document, and also metadata in our Word properties. So with this, currently DGS can support the formatting of text-based documents, and it will allow the user to get the right templates, cleaning the document, inserting correctly the UN styles, and formatting the document. And everything can be done online without the need of macros. So now I'm going to pass the floor to my colleague, Ahid, who will be giving you a demo of the system.
Good afternoon. My name is Ahid. I work on GDGS, and I will discuss a little bit technically how the system works and the technology that you are using. So here we have a video showing how we generate the cover page of any UN document. So the generation process starts by choosing the right symbol structure, a valid symbol structure, and then filling up certain metadata for the document, such as document language, distribution, and submission date, choosing if it requires translation or not. So by filling up only the first part, you are able to generate a full UN cover page for this type of document. Also, we can add some extra information for the corner notation, for the agenda title, agenda item. As you can see here, we are receiving a Word document. So this help us, or help our authors to use UN official documents regardless of the environment. They are using Windows, Mac. If they have installed basically the right styles, the right macros, it doesn't matter because we are providing everything in the document itself. And they have a Word document, they can manipulate it and do anything as always. So some of the things you see, we are building the masthead correctly, the corner notation, as well as from the symbol we are building the title of the document. All the pagination styles are there. One of the most important things also, because we support multiple organizations that we are not on the same physical location, that we embed all the styles, the UN official styles inside the document itself. So in terms of technology, we are using .NET Stack, so from SQL to basically .NET Framework, and we are using in the layout, in the views, Kindo UIs. One of the important aspects to decide that we take to decide our technology is the importance of performance, because as you might know, like manipulating Word document online would require in the old technology to have a word processor installed on the server itself. So this will put the performance down. So we also used a technology based on OpenOffice XML. So now we can manipulate a huge amount of basically Word documents at the same time, because we don't need any word processor to be there. So this is the simple version of generation. I would go basically next page. So I will show you the auto-formatting version. So for auto-formatting, it was essential for us to decide or to structure all the UN content types, such as text, headers, footers, tables, graphs, everything, and to match it with the UN editorial guideline, how to format this type of document. And the idea is authors will upload a document and you will merge this document with the right template and then bring up all the data from inside the author's original file, decide on the content type and apply the right formatting. So as you can see here, we prepared a document that has different styles, that has colors, tables not formatted correctly, footnote not formatted correctly, also has extra styles that it's not a UN official styles. So also some hyperlinks. So the same process, we fill up the symbol that we want to merge with, some extra details, agenda details, and then the authors will upload the original file. What they will receive is basically a fully formatted document. So we take each piece of content from inside this document, decide on the type of it, decide what is the perfect formatting, and we format everything according to the UN style guideline. Plus to this, the most important is before doing all of this, we do some cleaning on the original author document to remove extra style, to remove any noise coming from different users using the same document, sharing the same document with different Word versions all together. So as you can see here, the document is fully formatted, all this type. Definitely, we still have a lot to improve with the auto-formatting version because with every single content type we try to format, it comes a lot of challenges. So we managed to mainly, as Celine was saying, to basically fully auto-format text-based, all type of content that is text-based, and we have a MVP product about different other types tables, footnotes, hyperlinks. So one of the...
So Ahid, I think we have 9 minutes left now in our session.
Stop here.
I want to thank Celine for a super interesting presentation. But I would like to pass on the floor to you because I'm sure you have some questions to ask our presenters this afternoon. So anyone who would like the floor, we have a roaming mic over there. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for the interesting presentation. My name is Mensur Sirfovic from UNFCCC in Bonn. What were my question? I had a bunch, but I'll limit it to just two, so I'll spare you the rest. One is, when you say it's machine readable, what do you mean? Is it just that the metadata is being machine read from the cover page? Or are you talking about some sort of going beyond that kind of semantic readability? And the other question is if you are using or have experimented with the creation of template-based documents in other interfaces. So for example, using some sort of web-based interface where where drafters would enter the text, they could maybe specify what kind of element it is. And then for that particular content type, the script would just generate a perfectly formatted document. Thanks.
Yeah, so regarding your first question, so for now what we have is all the user-entered metadata are captured, so we can generate an XML schema of these metadata. Plus to this, because we are literally taking every single paragraph, line, word in the document and deciding on the content type. So also this will allow us to tag headers, to tag tables, to tag different type of content. But to go further about it, we are also trying to research and see the common author standard for the UN in order to build basically the structure of the UN parliamentary document. So while we are auto-formatting, we could tag a lot of a lot of information inside this document to match the common with also standard, and also would need some manual tagging from different stakeholders inside like the process to help close the circle of the XML. For your second question, also at the beginning when we started looking into auto-formatting, we thought of having like a web interface where user can pick and choose, okay, I want to insert here a table, and the table will be inserted, formatted directly and used. But first, the complexity of achieving something like this, it was so high for us. Plus to this, it doesn't match the processes that we are trying to help to improve. So let's say, now I know I work in OSHR, so they receive a lot of documents from NGOs, from different external players that they are not basically part of the UN system. So they receive it as a Word file, so it would make more sense for them to just upload it bulk and receive it auto-formatted instead of going into an online platform and redoing the document from scratch.
Katarzyna Ostrowska from WMO. How does the formatting behave for the difficult languages, like, for example, Arabic? Have you been able to...
For what, excuse me?
For difficult languages, like Arabic, you know, different... have you been able to preserve the formatting? Is it also available for Arabic, Chinese?
Yeah, so we tested with Arabic, and we can basically format right to left. But with Chinese, we didn't reach yet like the testing stages. Especially, we are rolling the auto-formatting module on with specific clients, so they can give us feedback directly. And for now, all the clients that we roll the auto-formatting module, they use like English, French, Spanish as main languages. But we have some initiative in different languages such as Arabic, and we had good results.
And just to add to that, for that we are actually, it's on our roadmaps. We also learned a lot of the documents within internally our system, our documents that we have for the desktop publishing. So this will be a great opportunity to gather the experience, how the different languages are being formatted, and we will implement that in our plan.
Good afternoon. Is this system being used for all bodies in Geneva, and is this being used in New York or only here?
Currently, it's been our main client is OSCHR, because they have a lot of different committees. We have started working with also UNEC for a particular division, and we are updating to do some architectural changes so that we can assume to have all the substantive secretariat that submits document to us to be using DGS, and that will be harmonize all the templates that we have. So it is envisaged, and we also are talking with colleagues in Nairobi, not yet in New York, but we will see in the...
Yes. Yeah, thank you for your presentation, Rogier van der Heg, and also UNFCCC in Bonn. How long does it take to process a document, and what is the error rate when you process documents? So how much after work is there needed once it's processed? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you well. The error rate and what was before? Oh, sorry. Okay, again, Rogier van der Heg, UNFCCC in Bonn. My question is, how long does it take to process these documents, and what is the error rate when you process? Okay, so I'll start from the error rate. So we tested with OSHR NGO statement, and as a disclaimer, these documents are basically UN documents, but it's a text-based document. So the formatting we do there is related to everything related to text, so we don't have any complexity in terms of graphs, complex tables, all of these. So after 4 iterations, I guess the latest result we achieved with them, out of 400 documents were introduced to the system to do auto-formatting. Only 4 documents needed manipulation by human, basically. The other documents were fully formatted and submitted directly to UNOG. This is the first thing. The time to process document, because again, we are not using not all technology, any traditional technology of like Visto, like the Visual Studio tools for Office or any other libraries that heavily depend on having a word processor to open the document and manipulate it. We are using a library called Aspos that
basically it's a library that for OpenOffice XML, so you can manipulate documents, Word documents directly as OpenOffice XML, but in .NET. So this improved the performance like a lot, and all our tests, like we never, I don't know how to put this, but we never really needed to test because the performance, because we never had the issue of like uploading a document and waiting 5 seconds. It's instant directly. Also, taking into account that all the document size in terms of pages, it range between like a maximum 100 page. I guess all the parliamentary documents are like this. We are not talking about like UNECE reports that it's 500, 600 full of graphs, all of this. So the average UN parliamentary document, it's instant.
So thank you again, Celine and Ahid. It's exactly
On time.
2:30, I think. So we will just take 1 minute probably to set the second half of the session, because our next presenter is connecting remotely. So thank you.
Thank you.